In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NHL games happening on February 4th, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Minnesota Wild versus Boston Bruins. It's an exciting interconference showdown between two teams vying for a crucial victory as they face off on the ice in Beantown. The Minnesota Wild will square off against the Boston Bruins on Tuesday night. In their most recent game on Saturday, Minnesota suffered a tough 6-0 loss to Ottawa while playing on the road. Meanwhile, Boston picked up a strong 6-3 victory at home against the New York Rangers on the same night. These two storied teams, both part of the original 6, were locked in a fierce battle. Over the last 10 matchups between these two teams, the Bruins have a 6-3-1 record, but the Wild have managed to take the last 2 encounters. The most recent of those was a narrow 3-2 victory for Minnesota at home on December 23, 2023. Though the Wild just endured a difficult 6-0 loss, that could fuel their motivation to bounce back and deliver a much stronger performance against a team that might not be as challenging. Minnesota has posted an impressive record of 20-6-3 on the road this season, and based on their performance away from home, I'm done betting against them. The Wild have won 4 of their last 6 meetings with the Bruins and were on a 3-game win streak before falling to Ottawa. On the other hand, Boston has been inconsistent lately, going .500 in their last 8 games. Until I see sustained success from them, I can't confidently back the Bruins, even though they're playing at home, especially against a stronger team like Minnesota. While I understand the argument for Boston at home, my concern with the Bruins this season is their continued inconsistency. They seem to defy expectations. When I think they'll come through, they falter, and when I doubt them, they rise to the occasion as if it's a Game 7. That said, we're still getting plus money with one of the best road teams in the NHL this season. I believe Minnesota will show up here and offer significant value, especially considering how well they had been playing on the road prior to their blowout loss to Ottawa. It's not common to see Minnesota listed as an underdog against a weaker opponent, but right now, I'm inclined to buy low on this team, so the Minnesota Wild money line is our full game side pick. Boston has been involved in a number of high-scoring games recently, hitting the over in 8 of their last 10 contests. In that stretch, the Bruins have found the back of the net 37 times, but they've struggled defensively, allowing 36 goals against. Interestingly, Minnesota has been the more potent offensive team on the road this season, averaging 3.14 goals per game as the visiting squad. In comparison, the Bruins are scoring an average of 2.96 goals per game at TD Garden this year. When these two teams have met recently, the over has hit in 3 of the last 5 matchups, with 1 push. Considering the way Boston has been playing, it seems likely that this game could end up being a high-scoring affair, possibly finishing 4-3. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. New Jersey Devils versus Pittsburgh Penguins. On Tuesday evening, the New Jersey Devils will head to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, to face off against the Penguins in a highly anticipated divisional showdown at PPG Paints Arena. After suffering a setback to the Buffalo Sabres on Sunday afternoon, the Devils are eager to bounce back and return to their winning ways. Meanwhile, the Penguins are riding a 2-game winning streak, hoping to secure their 3rd consecutive victory after defeating the Nashville Predators on home ice over the weekend. In their previous encounter earlier this season, the Devils emerged victorious, blanking the Penguins 3-0 in New Jersey. The Devils have been particularly dominant over the Penguins in recent meetings, winning 7 of their last 8 encounters, which includes the aforementioned 3-0 win in New Jersey earlier this season. New Jersey has also found success on the road, having won 3 straight games at PPG Paints Arena. The Devils goalies have been outstanding in limiting Pittsburgh's offense, holding their skaters to 2 goals or fewer in 7 of their past 8 matchups, including a stretch of 3 consecutive games in Pittsburgh. This season, New Jersey has performed well on the road, winning at a rate of 56%. In contrast, the Penguins have struggled to establish any true home ice advantage, having lost more than 50% of their games in front of their fans. Pittsburgh has been especially disappointing at home, losing 3 of their last 4 contests in Pittsburgh. Offensively, the Devils hold a significant advantage, ranking in the top 10 in the league in average goals scored per game, while the Penguins sit in the lower half of the rankings in this category. Although one could make a case for a home underdog in some situations, the Penguins have been one of the most frustrating teams to rely on this season, constantly finding ways to disappoint their fans and bettors alike. While the Devils have faced their own challenges with consistency recently, they have been dominant in recent matchups with the Penguins, winning 8 of the last 9 meetings, including the last 5 games played in Pittsburgh. So the New Jersey Devils money line is our full game side pick. In terms of total goals, 3 of the last 4 matchups between these two teams have gone over the projected goal total, with one game last season seeing 9 goals scored. The Devils' offense has been explosive in recent meetings, scoring more than 4 goals in 4 of their last 6 matchups with the Penguins. The most recent game played in Pittsburgh also went over the total. New Jersey ranks in the top half of the NHL in average goals scored per game, which means they have the offensive firepower to score quickly and in large quantities. On the other hand, Pittsburgh's defense has been leaky this season, ranking second to last in the league in average goals allowed per game with a troubling 3.57 goals per game. This gives the Devils ample opportunities to capitalize on Pittsburgh's defensive vulnerabilities. All signs point to a high-scoring game in Pittsburgh on Tuesday. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Toronto Maple Leafs versus Calgary Flames. On Tuesday night, we are set to witness an exciting non-conference NHL matchup as the Toronto Maple Leafs hit the road to face off against the Calgary Flames at the Scotiabank Saddledome. The Maple Leafs, with a record of 31-19-2 and 64 points, are currently ranked second in the Atlantic Division. They are coming off a hard-fought 4-3 victory on the road against the Edmonton Oilers on Saturday. On the other side, the Flames, with a record of 26-19-7 and 59 points, are sitting in 4th place in the Pacific Division. They are also entering this game with a recent 3-2 win on the road against the Seattle Kraken this past Sunday. This matchup marks the first of 2 meetings between the teams, with the next game taking place in Toronto on March 17th. One of the critical factors in determining the outcome of this game is the ability to win faceoffs, as it plays a crucial role in gaining possession and control of the puck. The Maple Leafs have been particularly effective in this area, ranking 3rd in the NHL with a 52.5% face-off win percentage, while the Flames have struggled, sitting in 29th place with a 45.2% win percentage. When it comes to defensive performance, there is a noticeable gap between the two teams. The Maple Leafs have been solid defensively, allowing only 2.7 goals in their last 3 games. In contrast, the Flames have been slightly more vulnerable, giving up 2.8 goals over their last 5 games played. It's understandable why some might see the Flames as a potential home underdog in this matchup, considering their impressive home record and the fact that they've played some of their best hockey in Calgary this season. However, the Maple Leafs are riding a wave of momentum after their thrilling win over the Oilers, and I believe they will carry that momentum into this game against the Flames. Toronto has won the last 4 meetings between these two teams and 6 of the last 7 games played in Calgary, so the Toronto Maple Leafs money line is our full game side pick. Looking at the defensive strengths of both teams, the Flames, who allow only 2.9 goals per game on average, should be able to limit the offensive output of the Maple Leafs. Calgary's defensive core, including key players like Mackenzie Weegar and Rasmus Andersson, will work to create turnovers in the defensive zone while limiting the number of shots that reach goaltender Dustin Wolf. This will give Wolf the opportunity to make crucial saves throughout the game. Meanwhile, the Maple Leafs, who are allowing just 2.88 goals per game on average, should be well equipped to shut down the Flames' offense, which has struggled lately, scoring only 4 goals in their past 2 games. Toronto's defense, led by Chris Tanev, Jake McCabe, and Oliver Ekman-Larsson, will be focused on creating turnovers both in the neutral zone and their own defensive zone, allowing goaltender Joseph Woll to step up with several big saves. With both teams relying heavily on their defensive units, this game is shaping up to be a low-scoring affair from the very first period. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.